Jamal. So today we have special guest, Dr. Moran.
So let's see here, Jamal, you're just texted me, what's it like to be the boss of everybody? Well, I guess that I don't really actually see myself as the boss of everybody. In fact, one of the things that's pretty interesting is I feel like I get a lot of people telling me things that they think I should do. So one of the things that I really try to do is to find out what do people need across the school system, and then be able to just say, how can I help make that happen? So I don't know if I ever think of myself as being the boss of everybody. What else is on your mind? What's different between school now and when I first became an educator? Well, one thing for certain is that kids dress really different, and you don't see people walking around today in some of the kinds of clothes that people wore when I first started teaching. For example, girls wore their dresses a lot longer. You didn't see boys in baggy jeans. All the teachers, the male teachers, all wore ties, and you saw actually female teachers pretty much wearing dresses to work. So one of the things I'd say is pretty different is the way people dress. I can see that Mr. Pazuski dressed up today for work, just because he knew I would be here. Okay, let's see here. Advice for kids that are thinking about becoming teachers. Wow, we really need really great people that want to become teachers coming out of our schools today. I would say probably the biggest advice is that if you really are thinking about being a teacher, you have to really like kids. You have to be willing to work pretty much all the time, because teachers take work home with them. They do it on weekends. They go to the grocery store out to eat. They run into parents who want to talk about their kids. You have to be really somebody who loves your job. So I would say you got to have people that really like to teach. That would be one of the things I would say about that. Uh-oh. Be honest. What clique did I belong to in high school? Well, it's interesting because I actually went to a really small high school, and my high school was not as big as most of our middle schools. In fact, my high school graduating class only had about 50 kids in it. So that made everybody a lot closer, because we didn't really have cliques. Everybody was kind of together. But I would say if there was any group that kind of hung together, it was the band students, and I was in the band. So that would be the group that I would say that I probably hung out with more than any other group. Uh-oh. Who do you root for when Albemarle plays Monticello? That's a that's a trick question now. The thing that really helps me decide who I'm going to root for is who's the home team. So if Monticello's the home team, I tend to sit on the Monticello side. If Albemarle's the home team, I sit on the Albemarle side. If Western's the home team, I sit on the Western side. But I will tell you, I had a son who graduated from Albemarle High School in 2005. So no matter where I'm sitting, I'm always thinking that at the heart of it all, I'm a patriot. All right. Uh-oh. Hidden talents that not everybody knows about. So that's what it sounds like, and I have to tell you that my husband doesn't like for me to practice at home. So he was glad to see me leave the house with my chanter this morning. All right, let's see what else you got here for me today, Jamal. Send me some more. If you could have any career other than the one you have, what would it be? Actually, when I was in college, I majored in biology, and I didn't really think I was going to end up teaching science. What I thought I was going to do was to spend time chasing snakes around in the Everglades, because I loved snakes. I really wanted to continue studying herpetology, which is the study of reptiles and amphibians, and to become a wildlife biologist. So I brought a little guest this morning that is on loan from Greer Elementary. I have a friend there, so let me see. Gonna come out. Oh, look, here we go. This is Popcorn. And Popcorn is a corn snake, which means that she is a constrictor, so she squeezes her prey to death. Not poisonous, very beautiful, huh? Check out that checkerboard pattern under there. And one of the things that I'm wondering is, where is Mr. Przewski? Come on over, Mr. Przewski. I know you're over there watching these text messages fly in from Jamal. I thought that you might demonstrate that just because you have been an English language arts teacher, that, see that, he's holding on to popcorn perfectly.
And the lesson here is that when the superintendent asks you to do something, you don't argue. You just do it. He's going to squeeze my wrist to death.
Oh, he thinks that you're a mouse.
He's not too far off.
What about you, Jamal? Want to come across the texting? No, Jamal is not going to play with the snake today.
Oh, Jamal, you got to hold the snake.
Come on, Jamal.
Touch.
Jamal.
So, this is a beautiful corn snake, and one of the things that's very cool about it is that when I first started teaching, I thought I was going to lose my job the first day, because when I took a snake out of a pillowcase to show to the class, the snake bit me, and the class went crazy. The principal came and looked through the door, and I thought, oh well, my career is over. But later on that day, he said to me, he said, you know, Pam, if I fired you, how would you ever learn to teach? So I kept my job, kept my snakes, and have lived happily ever after in education. So this is Popcorn, and Popcorn is glad to be visiting with the fabulous film crew from Albemarle High School today. So let's see if there's any other questions left here. Do you need an assistant superintendent who can text really fast? I got to tell you, Dr. Haas, who used to be principal at Albemarle High School, is a pretty fast texter. I could go into my text messages and show you that he, if I texted him right now, I'd probably have a message back in just a minute. In fact, let me see if Dr. Haas is going to respond.
Oh, hey, Jamal, good morning. I hear you're doing great things over there at Albemarle High School.
Thanks.
All right, excellent work. Good morning, Patriots.
Thank you, Dr. Haas. I will see you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
See, there you go. He gets back. So thank you for having me on the show. Thank you for being a great host for Popcorn as well, even though you didn't touch it, and for letting me hit a few notes on my chanter. So thanks, guys. And here's this week's segment of Where's Larry?
Join us next week when I interview somebody else. Alright, you got it.
Excellent.